So, an Idaho judge temporarily blocking police from releasing photos inside the bedroom of one of Bryan Kohberger's victims after her family took legal action. Police will not reveal any more crime scene photos after nearly 200 images were made public, including this one showing the bedroom floor where Maddie Mogen and Kaylee Gonzalez were found. Joining us now is Fox News contributor and Idaho Statesman investigative reporter Kevin Fixler. Kevin, thanks so much for joining the program.
Good morning, Lawrence.
So what do you make of the court blocking the release of these photos? I mean, this is great public interest. I understand why the victim families wouldn't want that type of information out there. But since the trial is over, the suspect is now in custody and all of the legal process is over. This is kind of like the land of ultimate obvious, right?
Well, what you have here right now is a temporary restraining order issued by the district judge out of Latah County. And interestingly, it's actually the same judge who handled Bryan Kohberger's arraignment. But now she's in charge of making this determination. And the mother of Madison Mogen and actually the parents of Ethan Chapin, Jim and Stacy Chapin, have signed on to this lawsuit as well. And they're seeking, as you said, to stop the release of additional crime scene photos from inside the King Road home. There's a hearing tomorrow morning, and we'll learn more on whether or not this constitutes an unwarranted invasion of privacy to the families.
One of the things we learned when we were covering this case for about a year, the Gonzalez family has made it very clear they believe that their daughter was the target here. And there was an allegation that came out in a report about hearing Kaylee's name. This is what the police chief said about that. Let's watch it.
So, Chief, there's some recent reporting that Kohberger was heard by Dylan literally saying Kaylee's name during the attack. Is that accurate? Did the task force hear this?
Not that I can recall. I'm not quite sure where they got that report, but that doesn't seem accurate to me.
So you don't remember hearing anything about him saying the name of Kaylee or any of the girls?
Correct. The only thing that I believe was reported was that he said something. Someone heard a voice say something along the lines of, "It's okay, I'm here to help you."
Kevin, what do you believe? Where is this information coming from?
So I spoke with Chief Anthony Dollinger on Monday, and this report actually comes from a recent trove of Idaho State Police records, reports that were released just on Monday. And we've long been told, including through the probable cause affidavit, that Dylan Mortensen, one of the two surviving roommates, told police, and over the course of many interviews, said that she heard someone say, "It's okay, I'm here to help you." But the Idaho State Police report included Kaylee's name specifically. So when I spoke with Chief Dollinger, I asked him the same question. He responded similarly, that is not law enforcement's belief. I also spoke with Idaho State Police Lieutenant Darren Gilbertson, who was one of the two lead investigators on this case, and he confirmed for me as well. They don't believe that was accurate. It was a matter of telephone. Somebody misspoke or someone misheard, and that's how that ended up in that report.
Yeah, Kevin, it's so hard when you're looking at law enforcement material and they're not actually telling you what's in there. So many things can get confused. For example, they said that there was two weapons when it was the K-bar using both ends of the K-bar. So a lot of this stuff has to be fleshed out. You just can't take it face value. Thank you so much for joining the program this morning.
Yeah, thanks so much.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.